As the founder of Weyland Ventures, Bill Weyland has made it his company's mission to think outside the box when it comes to building and development. So for this Louisville native, the Junior Achievement Hall of Fame is a bit of a surprise.
You know, when Mark Wheeler called me, things go through your mind real quick. And he basically, he told me what was happening, and I immediately thought, they've made some mistake. I mean, I'm just not a business guy. But what it said to me was, there's a recognition of the importance of out-of-the-box thinking. Junior Achievement's about education, and everything to me is about next generation. And I really think that this out-of-the-box approach is something that we do need to celebrate, and that the kids that are coming along need to see there are multiple ways to approach business.
Fortunately, Bill takes it all in stride with a healthy attitude.
You know, I think there should be a rule of all people, don't take yourself too seriously. So we founded the business on April Fool's Day. Seemed perfectly applicable to me, and since we were close, that centered right on there. And I'd do it again.
Pioneers in any industry struggle to get others to come around to their new way of thinking. What is seen as a risk in the past can become celebrated in the future.
Bill's approach was different than sort of a typical developer. Always from day one was really focused initially on the place. How do we build a better place? How do we make it more exciting?
When my dad came downtown and decided that, you know, he was going to try to get Louisville Slugger done, people thought he was crazy for trying to do something like that. So I like to say he was developing downtown before it was cool to develop downtown.
Building a great staff is a challenge of any company. So when the opportunity came, Bill Weyland made hiring from within a family affair.
We've got 5 children. Each of the children brought a different talent to the table, and I'm blessed that they each are very different from each other.
I think when you're working with people that you've known since you were born, or since they were born, you've got that history, and it can be a blessing and a curse, but for the most part, you can just be more honest, I think, with each other than you would in a typical corporate situation.
The unspoken goal that I always had was to end up with a multi-generational family business, and it happened.
Downtown Louisville development can be seen as Weyland Ventures' greatest hits. Bill can take pride in many projects, such as Whiskey Row Lofts and the Louisville Slugger Museum. But is there a favorite?
Just, it's hard to pick. I mean, the Henry Clay was just rescued from the wrecking ball.
I was working with the city then, and we owned the property, and every year the mayor would say, you know, nothing's going to happen here, let's just tear it down. And I would say, no, this is the year, it's going to happen.
And it came back in such a magnificent way. But the one that I think is my favorite is what we've been able to do at the old Clarksdale site at Liberty Green. Because it really models what I think urban development needs to be.
Naturally, great projects like the Louisville Slugger Museum have equally great stories behind the scenes.
The bat is actually a plumbing vent for a water fountain in the basement underneath it. The only way they could get that approved through the city is one of the plumbing code reviewers said, well, there's nothing in the code that tells you that you can't, the size and shape of a plumbing vent, so if you can vent something through that and label it a plumbing vent on a plan, I'll approve it.
As every great leader does, Bill is moving away from the company he founded and today has taken on a very exciting and rewarding position.
They gave me the title of Chief Strategic Officer or Chief Strategy Officer, but you know, Mariah kids me that I'm the Chief Distraction Officer.
He loves his grandkids more than anything. He says that he is in charge of corruption when it comes to them.
I am known not as Granddad or Pop or any of those things. I am Bad Bill.
Bill Weyland's innovative approach to development and his love of community have been a great lesson to his children who now run Weyland Ventures. Like him, they too are ready to move forward, helping to make Louisville a city of distinction.
I think you can learn that you can create your own path. He didn't take a traditional path. You need to find what you love doing, and you need to figure out how to turn that into a career.
The more businesses and business people that have dual purposes, their purpose is to do well in terms of their business, but make the communities in which they work and live better places, that's a model that you don't see a lot anymore, and it's something that Bill should really be applauded for.